So this is the Van de Graaff. We have two of these. This is the gold dome. We have another one I'm going to show you in just a minute. I want to put my safety disclaimer up front. When you're using a Van de Graaff, again, the video is not enough training. I want you to get one-on-one training with me before I allow you to use this demonstration. But this should give you some good background. So first off, I just wanted to show you how a Van de Graaff works. Then there are other links that will show you some of the demonstrations. So in this one, we're just learning about the basic operation of the Van de Graaff. So this is your first one. So we've got a couple of key pieces. This is the dome. This is the grounding sphere, or the grounding rod and the sphere on top. This is the on-off button. It's a very unusual on-off button. When you turn it on just a little bit, now it's not plugged in, as you'll notice. But in this case, when you turn it on, it actually goes full speed. So usually when I turn it on and rapidly turn it all the way down. That way things start out slow. Also, when you work with the Van de Graaff, you always want to be touching this grounding sphere to here. Now, you want to be careful. The grounding sphere can come right out. You can see that you want to be safe with this. That's why there's one-on-one training after this video. But so, in general, you always start with the grounding rod touching the metal sphere. Then you turn it on and rapidly turn it down to minimum speed. Okay, that's the basic operation. Now I want to show you how the Van de Graaff creates static charge. This is different than a Tesla coil where there's high frequency current. This is static electricity. And to see that, I'm going to take apart this dome and look at the different pieces in here. So when I take off this dome, you can see first there's a row of sharp spikes, and we can show you a close-up later. And that row of spikes is very close. If I can tilt this for just a second so you can see it, you'll see that those very sharp spikes that are underneath my finger here are very close to this rubber band, but not touching it. They act as miniature lightning rods. Any charge that accrues on the rubber band jump from the rubber band onto those lightning rods, and then they become attached to this entire dome because it's all conducting sphere. Like charges tend to repel, so the charges get pushed as far away as possible. They tend to accrue on the dome. Now, underneath the dome, if I take this apart, you can see there again are those lightning rods. They're very close to the rubber but not touching. This is kind of a goofy contraption, two roller skate wheels basically. Now, it's a little bit difficult to pull this apart. You don't want to be doing this ever. But when I do this, I wanted to show you what's going on inside. Now, inside of here, you can see these are two rubber bands, and these are just bearings to help it rotate. And deep inside of here, you can see that there is, if I can get a little bit closer here, some furry bearings down on the other end. And this operation basically works exactly the same way as if you're scuffling your feet on the carpet and you're charging up that way, and then you go and touch something. So when you scuffle your feet like that, you're building up charge on your body, and then when you go and touch a piece of metal, you'll see a spark. Or sometimes when you get out of your car, you'll get a spark. It's that same type of spark. So what's happening here is we've got a motor that spins these very fast and causes this rubber to rub against this fur many times. That friction causes the rubber bands to be charged up, and that charge jumps over to these lightning rods and charges up the dome. So that's the basic operation of this. Why don't we take a look at our other one, the silver dome, as it runs. This one's a little bit loud. That's why I want to show you the other one.